Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, it was long rumored, and after 2 titles in 3 years, Kevin Durant chose to leave the Warriors and blaze a new path. He'll miss this season while rehabbing from his Achilles tear, but there are no complaints from the fans or his new teammates. For a player of KD's caliber, it's worth the wait. Kevin?
A momentous decision, D.A. Thank you. Doris, these two teams hang their hats on their three-point shooting.
They certainly do, Kevin. And the feeling in today's game is you can never have too much shooting. If you have got 5 guys on the floor at any given time, all of whom are a threat, boy, as a coach, what a luxury.
So the net starting 5. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Wilson Chandler out there with Harris. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Sacramento, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Parker out there with Holmes, and it's Fox in at the point guard position. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Fox against Dinwiddie. Passes it to Harris. Allen outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. 5 on the clock. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Fox against Dinwiddie. Barnes outside. Here's Holmes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Chandler.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game.
Richaun Holmes at the line for 2.
That free throw missing.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are 2 of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Dinwiddie against Fox. Harris kicks to Allen. Now here's LeVert. He's covered closely. And the rejection by Holmes. To the middle. Here's Parker. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's LeVert. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Sacramento Kings. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
and not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. They get it again. Allen's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And that one's good. Barnes.
That's just terrific job by Barnes. In full attack mode, dominating that area of the paint. Go to work, Harrison.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here's LeVert. Chandler trying to free himself up. A nice shot by LeVert.
Karis LeVert's a crafty player. This is a guy who knows how to get shots over the interior defense.
Pass to Holmes. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Brooklyn with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Now Parker, after Spencer Dinwiddie missing on that last three-pointer, here's Barnes, and that one is good.
Now, this is about the development of Harrison Barnes' body. You know, physically he's tougher, which usually makes you mentally tougher, and what you admire is that he enjoys putting in the work.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Harris's shot is off.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And the dunk by Parker.
Well, he's letting them know he's in the house. Parker playing with great intensity on the offensive end.
Now Dinwiddie. It's Allen, top of the key. Harris trying to get free. Allen's shot is off. Kings leading now by 5. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Off target from three-point range. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started. That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield, because he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. The Nets second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
LeVert with it. And there's the pass to Dinwiddie. The dish to Chandler. Here's LeVert. And the Nets miss again.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Parker tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Parker's got his third bucket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to LeVert. To end the cold streak, the shot is good off the backboard.
Boy, there's a fluidity to his jump shot. Karis LeVert coming through for his team in the mid-range.
Pass to Fox. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to LeVert. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Fox. Second shot opportunity. That one drops for him. Barnes has got 6.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
There's Dinwiddie. Now the pass to LeVert. No good with the triple. Here's Barnes. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 8 points for him.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
Now here's LeVert. Passes it to Dinwiddie from past the arc. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Parker's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. It's stolen by Hield. Inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you know this about guys coming out of the city of Chicago. They usually play with great instincts and are thirsty scorers, and that's what Jabari Parker is. You know, obviously it's been a tough go for Jabari Parker out of the gates in his career. He had to handle a couple of injuries early, but this is a former number 2 overall pick. And what we know unequivocally is this guy can put the ball in the basket. Can he find the right situation where he can flourish?
The first free throw is good. And for Parker, who has had to fight back from injuries, sometimes the motivation seems to be lacking.
Well, Jabari Parker doesn't turn heads on the defensive end, and so that's part of what gets him off the floor at times. He needs to make sure that not only is he interested in scoring, but he's got to be willing to make stops as well.
That one misses.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Prince misses. Kings leading now by 14. Outside Bogdanovich. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Temple. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Now, here's Joseph. Pass to Parker. Here's Holmes. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Temple. Bielitsa against Prince. The Nets need to get a shot off here. No good from Jordan. And here are the Kings now. They're on a 20-6 run. And the dunk by Parker.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Here's Karuch. He dishes it to Prince. Off on the layup.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Now, here's Holmes. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Bogdanovich, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Kings lead by 16.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Temple. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Karuch passes to Dinwiddie. Here's the teardrop. And the layup is good.
Well, just incredible ability on the drive. This guy, Spencer Dinwiddie, so difficult to contain.
The pass to Parker. Now, here's Holmes. Guarded by Jordan. Holmes kicks to Parker. Back to Holmes. Sacramento moving it around. The shot comes out. The Nets go the other way with it. And it's Prince penetrating. Over Bielitsa. Prince misses. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Sacramento Kings. They lead by 14. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, Greg, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Kings leading now by 12. Joseph, the pass to Bogdanovich. And here is Bielitsa, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. And it's Joseph in the corner. Fires from the wing. Misses off the right iron. Nets trail by 12. Lobs it up for Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here's Holmes. No good that time.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Now Prince still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. With the second effort. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's Sacramento holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Kings leading now by 8. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Taurean Prince is out there with Karuch. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Now here's Len. He had 10 points in the win against New Orleans. Clock at 4. The 3 from Joseph. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Prince. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. Now, here's Bazemore. Over Temple. And the shot is long.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Passes it to Caruth. Jordan kicks to Dinwiddie. Prince, the pass to Jordan. Back to Prince. Uses both hands to slam it down.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now, here's Joseph. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Bazemore. Back to Joseph. Pass to Bialica. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Nets trail by 5. Prince, right side, over Bialica, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Shot by Joseph, no good. The Nets shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. And stolen by Bialica. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Here's Bazemore, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Back to Joseph. There's the triple. A rebound by the Nets.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing. The ability to alter shots on the perimeter, that was beautiful.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The pass to Bialica. The three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Dinwiddie with it. Outside Jordan. Back to Dinwiddie. Stolen by Joseph. And now the Kings fast break. It's Bialica. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
Passes to Temple. Dinwiddie outside. Clock at 6. And here's Prince outside. The rebound by Giles.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Now, here's Bazemore. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Len, and the Kings check on 2 more.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Joseph against Dinwiddie. Pass to Prince. Pass to Temple. To the paint. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Back to Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. Off target from outside.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Bazemore passes a lane. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Bielitsa. Hield comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Rejected by Harris. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Barnes looking around. Fox with it. Picked up by Harris. Fox, no good. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 10-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. The pass to LeVert. To halt the run. Sinks the three-pointer. LeVert's got it back down to single digits for the Nets.
Karis LeVert has worked diligently to make his three-point shot legitimate. Knocks that one down.
Here's Hield. Chandler with the defensive effort. Nets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. To the inside. Allen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy has proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Allen. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Parker's checked in for Alex Len. And it's Bogdanovich in for Harry Giles. And Allen drops them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Fox. No good there. Some solid defense from Harris. Dinwiddie against Barnes. Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. Offensive rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
Fox against Dinwiddie. They can't stop the run with that one.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
A floater. LeVert with the wide open look. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. LeVert's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Fox against Harris. Parker outside for 3. The rebound by Wilson Chandler. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. This is to Allen. It's stolen by Heel. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Fox. That shot off. The Nets go the other way with it.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Sacramento on defense. At one point, they led by 16. Harris kicks to LeVert. There's the dish to Allen. Outside Chandler. 4 on the clock. Here's Dinwiddie, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, Dinwiddie is a very capable mid-range scorer. You love to see him find his rhythm.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Indoors at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
Check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Dinwiddie. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Nets.
Passes it to LeVert. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Dinwiddie against Fox. Pass to Heel. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Here's LeVert. He's got 13. Chandler scanning the floor. Dinwiddie right side. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
The Nets with the lead. .37 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Allen. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Hield.
Do you not love that by any means necessary attitude from Jared Allen, able to finish through the contact?
The Nets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
One shot.
Switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Now, here's Dinwiddie after the miss from Buddy Hield. There's the pass to LeVert. Not going to go that time. Good D by Barnes. Right side, Bogdanovich over Chandler. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Bogdanovich.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. And the three is good. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Parker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Nets leading by 3. And here's LeVert. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. For Brooklyn, the first quarter was not an easy one. They wasted no time putting themselves in a difficult situation, having some issues at both ends of the floor, and falling behind by 8 points by the time the period came to a close. They were much more effective once the second quarter got underway, rallying to turn their deficit into a 3-point halftime lead. From what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway? And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
As we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories here, guys, Karis LeVert getting it done today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Harrison Barnes is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Holmes in its center. This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
One shot.
And that one misses.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Good.
He is a blur. I mean, Fox obviously skilled at breaking down the defense, coupled with his athleticism and size. Boy, he is a terror.
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Down low. And Wilson Chandler with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harris outside. Passes it to LeVert. From deep three-point range, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Now Fox. He's got 6. Parker trying to free himself up, and Fox gets it to go. And now it's a 3-point Kings lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Dinwiddie gets to Harris. Pass to Allen. Now here's LeVert. Back to Allen. LeVert finds Allen. For three, Harris buries it from three-point range. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Nets.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Hield. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Of course, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Bielitsa, who's checked in for the Kings. And a change for the Nets. Garrett Temple has checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. He hits the second from the line.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Outside, Fox hits it from three-point range. Fox has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And Fox must continue to work on that shot. When he's knocking it down from there, boy, the D is in trouble.
Temple the pass to LeVert. And the rejection by Holmes. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone.
Yeah, what you like about Barnes in transition, he's equally proficient getting to the rack or setting up for the jump shot.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Kings. Giles comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Buddy Hield. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jarrett Allen. And it's Prince in for Wilson Chandler. Jordan the pass to Harris. Wide open look. Sacramento grabs the miss. Holmes got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside, Fox. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Fox has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
LeVert against Bazemore. They need this. It's hauled in by the Kings. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Fox. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to LeVert. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. LeVert against Bazemore. Fox, no good. Nets trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. It's tipped. And Holmes throws it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Harris, right side, 5 to shoot. Releases. No good. Good work defensively by Fox. And the pass to Bazemore. Sacramento moving it around. Outside, Fox from the arc buries the long-range jumper. And now it's an 11-point Kings lead.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound by Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots for close range.
Passes to LeVert, and they get it. Rebounded by Holmes.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Bielitsa finds Fox. Misses the three. Nets trail by 13. LeVert with it. 13 points in the game. Looking to get back on track here, and he sinks the layup. LeVert's got 15.
How about Harris LeVert's confidence in the face of defenders to go ahead and power through? Nice.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
VA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Some changes for Sacramento. Alex Len's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Bogdanovich in for Giles. Caruth is checked in for the Nets. Prince kicks to Temple. Pass to Harris. To the middle. And up the court come the Kings on the break. And good that time. Bazemore's got his second bucket.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Harris outside. Pass to Prince. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Jordan. And here's Harris from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Harris has got 6.
Joe Harris has zero doubt about his ability to knock down range shots. How pretty is that?
He might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Here's Temple. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Harris. Rejected by Len.
Can you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot?
Dinwiddie's checked in for Garrett Temple. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Prince outside. And the Nets, another 3. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed. And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Dinwiddie against Fox. Over to the wing. All sorts of time. And that one hits back iron. Kings leading now by 11. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball. Gets it down to single digits. Harris has got his third basket of the night.
You're one of the best shooters in the game, knocking down shots off the pull-up. Woo-hoo, go Joe Harris.
Bogdanovich dishes to Fox. And Jordan sends it back. Bazemore against Prince. And the shot goes in.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Nets has 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. Parker's checked in for Sacramento. Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. That one misses for Prince. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. At one point, they led by 16. And stolen by Prince. On the wing, Harris fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Fox. Back to Barnes. From 7. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Jordan. On the wing, Harris. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Back to Harris. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Land's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bogdanovich has got 7 points in the game.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Harris inside the line. Good, he hits the jump shot. Harris has got 10 points in the quarter.
One thing I love about Joe Harris, he has now become confident in catch-and-shoot situations. He wants to be assertive.
Fox kicks to Parker. A 3-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 8. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Karuch, covered by Barnes. Karuch passes to Prince. Back to Karuch. Pops it up for Jordan. Just 4 to shoot. Now, here's Fox. 22 points for him. Launches a 3. He can't get it to go. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Kings lead by 6. We got more in store for you right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Nets. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Allen out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Outside, Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Chandler dishes to Harris. Dinwiddie outside. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Bogdanovich with it, defended by Dinwiddie. And Bogdanovich kicks to heel. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Here's Dinwiddie. No good that time. Good D by Heel. Kings moving the ball around. And that one's good, Barnes.
Well, the defense committed to Parker, so he defended the pass. Beautifully done.
Harris outside. Poke loose. It's going by Heel. Looking to get it going. And it's sent back by Allen.
Wow, Jared Allen twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
Harry Giles is checked in for the Kings. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris Lewis checked in for Joe Harris. Bogdanovich passes to Parker. And here is Barnes. 6 to shoot. Over Prince. That shot off the mark. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And here's LeVert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, at 6'7", Doris, Caris LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
That free throw, no good.
Well, think back to Caris LeVert's career at Michigan. It was marred by 3 foot surgeries in just 22 months. And obviously, the medical red flags caused his draft stock to dip. But credit the Nets, who picked him up with the 20th pick back in 2016.
Good on the second free throw. And the ankle injury for LeVert last season, more of a freak accident.
Yeah, and when you think about it, he comes down on top of another player. It ends up costing him 3 months. But even through these tough injuries, what we know, Caris LeVert has shown when healthy, he can be special. Oh, such nice touch on that turnaround jumper. That was smooth.
Dinwiddie against Bogdanovich. Here's LeVert. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's just a feel that you have in the pick and roll game. Really good understanding of how to break the defense down by Caris.
Prince against Barnes. And no good. Prince with the defensive effort. Nets trail by 5. Chandler outside. Good D by Bogdanovich.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Healed with the bucket. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Prince. From 13, the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, Jared Allen, what a vertical, what length.
Bogdanovich passes to Barnes. Pass to Giles. And Bogdanovich kicks to Barnes. On deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Now Chandler. And there's the pass to LeVert. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 4 rebounds in this game. Barnes passes to Parker. Count it, good. And the Kings lead by 7.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. A baseline J. Here's Allen. And the layup's good off the glass. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Bogdanovich with it. Healed outside. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Heald's got 4 this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Allen. Prince against Barnes. Prince up top. Steps back and fires. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 6th rebound on the night. Hield can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Allen buries the easy one.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jared Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
Bogdanovich against Dinwiddie. Parker outside. High post shot. Allen rebound. Dinwiddie outside. Ball's knocked loose. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. Makes it off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Called by
What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC. And there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
And with his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
And it's Brooklyn scoring again. And Doris, you talk about Dinwiddie's book smarts. His parents wanted him to attend Harvard.
Yeah, he chose instead, Kevin, to attend the University of Colorado, believing the Pac-12 would be a better stepping stone to the NBA. And think about it, even now, this guy not shy about challenging authority. He will keep his coaches on their toes.
Nets trail by 3. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
It's the Nets now. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Harris. The final pass to Allen. Here's Dinwiddie. And it's all evened up. Dinwiddie's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Spencer Dinwiddie believes he is as good a scorer as there is in the game. You can tell he's starting to flow here.
Hield against LeVert. Outside, Fox. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Fox has got 25 points in the game. against Dinwiddie. The pass to LeVert. 14 feet away. That one a little long. Sacramento leading by 3. Pass to Bielitz. Inside. Here's Barnes. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, that's called doing the little things necessary to become a more prolific scorer. Barnes with the tricky up fake. Nice.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Barnes hits them both. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor. And he's really been dialed in here down the stretch. 5 of 7 from the field.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Fox finds Barnes. Fox passes to Barnes. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And you can just see the confidence of Barnes growing, scoring right when they need him.
Timeout called the Nets. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. That shot off. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. And the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, what a quick first step. Barnes beats everyone to the rack. That is all she wrote.
Here's LeVert. 5 on the clock. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Allen.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
Fox passes to Hield. On the way. Brooklyn with the rebound. Prince has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Dinwiddie. And that one drops for him. And now just a 3-point Kings lead.
Big time bomb in the face of a big time moment. Go ahead, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Fox against Dinwiddie. Hits the mark. To Bielitz. Brooklyn with the rebound. 59 seconds left in the game. Prince up top, covered by Barnes. To the paint. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot misses. And the Kings going the other way now. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
LeVert against Hield. Lets a floater go. Yes!
Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
Timeout called by the Kings. They lead by 3. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Fox. 5 to shoot. Gets it to Hield. Money!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 5. 5 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
So the Kings win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last 3 years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our